Welcome to the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship Tournament at AdeptiCon. You are watching all the tabletop action here on Ion Radio. This live broadcast is brought to you by Atomic Mass Games, Adepticon, Kuwat Drive Yards, manufacturer of the EF-76 Nebulon B escort frigate and the Simoon 1 refit kits for the Imperial Star Destroyer. Sinar Fleet Systems, a full lineup of TIE starfighters for any mission type. Try the new TIE Interceptor today. And KDY's Venator Star Destroyer. Svati's not included. And here are your hosts, Ken Krajniak and Garrett Vance.
Ion Radio is back on the air here at AdeptiCon in the Baird Center, in the same place we have been for the last 2 days. Along with Garrett Vance, I'm Ken Krajniak. We have Chris Rome sitting tableside, who is acting as our own personal James Crop. So,
well, what's up, folks? First off, more like day 4. But anyways, this is the last round of day 2, and we've got 2 really good players, one exceptionally good player.
Yes, one that we know we've seen.
But let's talk about this. So leading up here, the choice of what table to stream is always a tough one. As you know, top table is obviously going to 6-5 so that they secure their spot into day 2. So
and we don't want to show you guys a boring match.
Right, we want to pick a match that both players need to swing hard to make it for sure. So both our players are sitting at 18 tournament points, and 26 of the 48 players are sitting at 17 to 22 tournament points for this last round. That means everyone needs to play as hard as possible to secure their spot.
Right.
So we've picked table 9 here, and on our table here, first off, we have James McCartney, Malador himself, 2023 Armada World Champion.
That's right. From
the UK, Nottingham. He's built this. He has flown this Republic list for 1 year. He built it the day after Worlds 2024.
Yeah, because after what happened with his Onager fleet, in 2024, he didn't do as great as he had hoped. We had him stream a year ago.
He has been on stream each World. He's been
each
here.
World, that's
yes.
right. So he's probably. I'm curious to know if he's one of the more. The only person that's been on all 3 years.
I think Colin has, actually.
Oh, you know what? Colin has,
I want to say
that's
Colin
right.
has. He's always
Colin
a fan favorite.
Yes.
All right, second player, coming all the way from Washington, Seattle, Washington. It's Excalibur, also known as the Other Sam. He always gets confused with the other Sam out west. He's been playing this fleet for 6 months that he's about to bring to us. His interesting fact, I tried to pull something good out of him. He stopped playing X-Wing in 2020 when they switched to the new format, and he says that Armada is better than X-Wing, and I couldn't agree more. So let's get into some fleets here.
All right, we're going to move over to our fleet view. Let me actually pull up. Which one do you want to look at first? Want to look at James, or you want to look at Sam's?
Let's take a look at Sam's here, all right? Excalibur's fleet, and it's got a great name, the Jabba Wookiee Special.
The Jabba Wookiee Special.
He's got a monstrous 13-point bid, and he did use that to go second in our game here, making James first player. And they're going to play Jabba Wookiee's surprise attack. All right, listen to this. This is a fun fleet. It's double interdictor, all right? We have an interdictor suppression refit, obviously, poor combat. Anyways, it's an Ozzel fleet with Captain Brunson, fighter coordination team, proximity mines, grav shift reroute, targeting scrambler, PDIC, and the interdictor title. On the other interdictor, we've got Captain Nita putting that evade on it. We got fighter coordination team, proximity mines, another targeting scrambler. This one's got the G7X grav well projector for speed control, and then we've got the point defense ion cannons. And then we have a single Gazanti with parts resupply. Squad ball, Darth Vader, Moralo eval.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this gets.
I don't think we've ever had a Moralo on stream.
No.
And what an annoying squadron. Tel Trevura, Vanlin Rudor, and not one, but 2 Lambdas. And you know what that's for? Moralo.
Moralo and strategic.
Oh,
so this could get
man.
ugly and yet interesting at the same time.
All right. Ken, here is Bale's fleet.
And from the table side, we're hearing that this might be a spicy type thing to see Moralo with, what do you call it?
Lambdas.
Lambdas, yes. Okay, so we're going to now talk about James McCartney's fleet. And we have the Jabba Wookiee Special. Admiral Ozzel fleet. Ozzel's on an interdictor suppression refit. By the way, in case you are wondering, James is up on top, Sam's on the bottom on your screen when we do the overhead view. So let's see. Bale, no, yeah, I'm looking at Sam's fleet. This is not Sam's fleet. You gave me the wrong thing.
No, we already did Sam's fleet. This is Bale's fleet. This is James' fleet.
Did I pick the wrong one again? I did.
It's all right. Listen, it's round 4, everybody. Calm down, okay?
I'm tired, okay? So, and I'm behind on the coffee game.
You really are.
So I gotta work harder on that. So sorry, folks. By the way, let us know if our audio was synced up at the beginning. You can hear us okay, and the picture's clear. All right. So James has a Venator 2 with Bail Organa, Flight Commander, Flight Controllers, Flag Bridge, Thermal Shields, Linked Turbo Laser Towers. This is one of the few ships that I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, this one can't take. It's got Bombard.
It's got Bombard.
Tranquility and Mercy mission, which I'm assuming he's going to dump over to his consular, which we're going to get to in a minute. Pelta Medical Frigate with Flight Commander, Projection Experts, Bomber Command Center, and the TB-73 title. That's the one that gives you an extra
That's
vein.
right. I love this one.
And then the Consular Armed Cruiser, the Radiant 7, which gives you the fleet support. I believe it's fleet support is the official name of that.
That's right. I think so. Yep.
And then taking CompStat along with it. And then we have our Squadron Ball. 4 squadrons. We have Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker in his Delta 7, Axe, a V-19 Torrent Squadron, and this time we've got 5 BTLB Y-Wing squadrons. I clearly am hungry because I'm looking at BLTs.
Boy, surprise, surprise on this this squadron here. Ahsoka, tapping Anakin so he can attack again with her ability, with his adepts.
It is the quintessential grouping of squadrons for GAR fleets.
That's right.
Where you have Ahsoka, Anakin, Axe. Sometimes you see kickback, you get the Fab 4. And other times you're going to get a different mix. But usually I'm seeing arcs supplemented by a single B-Wing. This time we've got a V-19 Torrent and then a whole spattering of
Yep, I love bringing generic V-19s. They're cheap at 12 points, and it's just another way that Anakin doesn't get shot for a whole 2 turns usually.
Completely agree.
I love the flight commanders on both these ships, right? Because he's moving and then doing the squadron command after he's fired. I like doing that because then your squadrons can come in and pour damage in post attack of the ships. But yeah, we're going to get into it here. Mercy mission, obviously, going to play safe and try to get on the other side. All it's doing is comms netting. And that provides, insurance against raid to make sure that he always got a squad token to clear raids, but we don't got to worry about that this time. I'm excited to see how these interdictors play. I'm not an interdictor expert, so I'm going to do my best to interpret what is going on with like 5-6 special abilities here.
So fortunately, I know how some of these work.
That's good.
But we'll pull out cards and we'll talk about it as we move along.
Prox mines have been put out. Can we circle those with the telestrator so people can see them?
We can. So let's pull those up. So we're going to clear. Let's clear the field so we can actually see this. They're sitting up here, Garrett. We've got one right there.
Yep.
We've got another one that looks like it's right here. Those are the 2 that I can see. Is that all we have is the 2? Or
I think they both had prox mines. They did.
Those are the only 2 I can see from over. Do we have another camera view that maybe get us something better?
Well, can they only put 1 out each?
Let me see the fleet list.
I think so.
We've got 1 on the suppression and 1.
Bring up prox mines. Bring up prox mines for me. Remind me. I feel like it's 1 prox mine per squadron, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a different value that I'm looking at. Oh, you're good right now.
So, prox mines before deploying fleets
equal half your engineering value.
Half
So
the
there should
engineering
be 2 more out there. They must be just underneath squads.
That
There
it could
also is a grav shift token out there for
Prox
Sam
mines
to
on
move
all
around these
4
asteroids.
obstacles by ships. See, he must have caught.
Yeah,
them
they must be
going out.
underneath the squadrons. It's hard to see with the
Or we
light
just
there.
don't have a good camera view, including the station. Oh wait!
Oh, there we
just
go.
found
There
one.
they are. There now we're
There's another one we
appearing.
found right there.
Now I love this because once the prox mines go on an obstacle, they get to move on the asteroid or whatever they're moving with it.
No, agreed. So I'm curious to see how that goes out.
But you know, Venator's got LTTs. It's actually pretty easy to snipe prox mines off of these debris fields. So he should be able to clear himself a pretty good path.
Yeah, no, I agree. This will be good. We're still getting ships deployed. We're going to take this minute.
Oh, the ships are deployed. We're moving obstacles with grav shift.
All right, so which is going to happen right after deployment.
Yep.
So we got a photo in from our #1 fan. We're putting that up on the screen. This is coming from Ruby in the Chicagoland area.
That is Ken's special dog.
She apparently has been watching the stream, perks up every time she hears me and Garrett chit-chatting. So, yeah, this is, I'm very grateful that my dog loves to listen in. So
Absolutely.
She's one of the many people that are watching our streams. So, and thanks everyone for watching our streams throughout the last 2 days. We've got 3 more rounds to go, starting with tomorrow.
The objective is surprise attack. And man, they're definitely going to need to bank some squad tokens to clear these raid tokens.
That is, that's an understatement. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to catch the full-blown brunt of what Moralo can do. And I'm not sure if we're going to see that, if we're going to catch the lambda action.
Bring up our boy Morale here.
You want to pull up Moralo? All right, let's go ahead and
Let
do
people
that.
know what this this YV66. Did I say that right? YV66?
Yeah, the YV666.
I feel like I'm missing a number.
Let me pull up.
Normally Bosca's in it.
We're going up Moralo, right? Is what we're pulling up?
Squads cannot shoot at mines. Only ships.
Moralo. Where is Moralo?
There he is, looking devious.
All right, here we go. Moralo eval. I'll leave the pull the objective token off or marker. So I think what we should probably do here, Garrett, is read his text and kind of we could talk about it a little bit. So.
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? We're about to get roasted. There's no objective tokens here.
No, but yeah, well there are because prox mines count as objective tokens.
Do they?
Don't they?
I don't think so. That's not a thing. I'm pretty sure.
I think they do.
I don't play enough of this meme stuff to understand.
I'm sure someone in chat will let us know. Our introducers is moving at speed 1. Gazanti at speed 2.
Our cautiously deployed fleets are on the move. Yeah. So Morale doesn't have anything to do here, which is probably why James picked surprise attack.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Proximity mines are their own token.
so feel free to roast me in the chat. It's fine. All right, I'll take it. I get bullied. It's fine.
Proximity mines are their own tokens. Yep, so chat's correcting me. I knew that. They would. So thank you, chat.
But he does have double die, not bomber though. So he's just going to be on intercept duty with all these Y-Wings.
I've got some lovely...
So we're going to have a real slow start here while James carefully works his way through these mines.
Yes. Don't know what that was. There's the handshake.
Here we go. Look at this minefield up here.
Nav dial.
This Fenner needs to boost and scoot to 3 and clear this zone.
And before anyone asks, the Ken coffee count is still at 4. I have not had any more coffee today.
Really taking it easy.
Wait till tomorrow. Nav on the Gazanti. Parts resupply getting pushed to the interdictors. Final game here in day 2.
Why don't we bring up some more of these interdictor checks? So, target
Which one you
scramblers
want?
is easy.
Target,
All right, we don't need to look at that one.
Reroll
But
4.
let's look at the G7s.
The G7s?
Yeah, target scramblers are just defensive tech, right? Reroll dice that gets rolled at it when you're next to each other with another target scrambler.
I'm going to make sure this is not getting in the way of any of our ships here. So G7 grab well. Nav on Bale. Clears the raid. Venator does have a navigate dial that it's going to use for itself as well. All right. Gravwell projectors, G7. Before deploying fleets, a Gravwell token is placed anywhere in the play area. When a ship deploys a distance 1 to 3 of a Gravwell, it must the speed must be set to 0.
Yep.
We're currently flacking mines.
Time to get rid of them. That definitely gets rid of them.
We're getting rid of a few. So, one. Yes, they're all hiding underneath
carefully
all
removing
these
all these
squadrons.
mines. So yeah, so our Venator there had to come in at 0, but he's got nav commands and tokens.
Now
he will have to deal with this though, so
yes.
Here we go. So mine and debris field.
So he's going to take 2 damage from the debris field, and the mine's going to explode.
And the
so
mine's
that's a
gonna
roll of
2 blues that go
dice,
straight to the
I
hole.
believe. And we're going to move that to the other side of the screen.
There we go.
I think it doesn't matter who rolls it, but it's okay.
All right, here we go. 2.
There it
That's
is.
gonna be,
Two face down.
2 face down. Face down damage. There we go.
Wow.
And
So
then now
there we
that
go.
he's taking 2
Good.
on the right-hand side.
Strong
of ship.
start for the Vin here, but plenty of time to repair it all. Plenty of time to repair.
Yeah, that we do.
That's right. The Bale tokens are going to do some work.
Well, they always do. I think every game that we've seen with Bale, we saw one more. There was maybe 1 engineering token left on him. Maybe. I think
because you can use them both 2 at a time, which is awesome.
Interdictor shows his squadron.
Takes token.
Takes token.
Takes
moves
squad
up.
token. And he does have FCT.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably see those squadrons move forward a little bit.
I guess not. Projection experts. Fantastic.
Engineering on the Pelta going over to the Venator. So now that did come off the right side, so the way it works, you're going to add, move 2 shields off the Venator and recover 1. Or move 2 shields from the Pelta to the Venator.
And then spend the other 2 points to recover
gain
a shield.
1 of the 2. So
My favorite thing is to have, parts resupply or something like Pelta, and then I can infinitely repair my shields
repair
with
your
token.
shield and chips, yeah.
That is a hungry-looking Republic squadron ball.
Both these squadrons are hungry for
Ahsoka
colliding into each other.
Ahsoka and Deltakin are about to do some work.
No custom paint jobs.
All right. Squadron phase. Squadron phase. Squadron phase. That's what's happening. Sorry, I was trying to confirm that with Chris.
Well, right now we are measuring range for the squadrons. Yep, we're moving them.
On the move.
Painted some red lambdas.
They are super bright.
There's our BTLB Y-Wings moving. We should ask Chris if those are Imperial Lambdas, like protecting Emperor Palpatine, because they're nice shiny red. All right, according to our field reporter, Palpatine might be on the board, hiding in those Lambdas.
Quite trusting his life to Captain Nita and Admiral Ozzelha.
We have been informed that Emperor Palpatine is on the escalator in one of the interdictors. So he's a little too busy to be dealing with anything in terms of requiring defense tokens to be used to attack one of them. So I think when that happens, sometime around 8, he'll be back to full power.
Oh, man.
This is what I'm getting from the field, Garrett. I mean,
I have no words. I'm speechless.
We do have a couple people sitting around the sidelines watching this top table game. Game's also being streamed over in the stream area here and at Adepticon, over by the concession stands. So if you're here and you want to watch the game and get a better view, that's a place to go look. And a turn. We are now going to turn 2. We are about 20 minutes into our stream.
Yes, we have left the minefield, and now the game will officially begin.
Yes.
At the end of the round, I'm going to spend my token here.
All right, you're refreshing parts resupply.
Parts resupply. Have we had most of the UK group now on stream?
Well, we had Reese, and this is James. I think that's it, right? So far?
Yeah, you might be right.
Here. We won't have to be as overwhelmed as I said. I don't have any more paper. Oh, I do. Wait, do I only have 3 ships? Okay. These are I made these paper ones.
We have an engineering.
It's time for them surprise attack raid tokens.
Need some raid tokens to be handed over because James didn't bring any. So this is World Champ James. We saw him last year and the year before. Now I can't remember. He was actually on top table that last game with mutual tabling, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah. So that was the tough game 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And his wife was in the chat then too, if I recall correctly.
Big supporter, big fan.
Yes.
How couldn't he be? Such a nice gentleman. Comsnet repair token. Obviously, Mercy Mission doing its job. Getting across the board safely.
Yep.
Doing light support work.
You know what we should do? We should 100% take this moment to thank all the wives that let all of their husbands come out to AdeptiCon and play Armada.
That's true. That's true. Thanks. Given out. You're welcome. Appreciation received. All right, we got James here measuring to see to make sure he stays in parts or comms net range.
Yeah. If you are hearing some extra noise, that is 100% the some garbage things moving by, and they're closing the vendor hall down. So we're seeing these giant panels move over. And while that's happening, Gazanti revealed a navigative leaf. Yep.
Scooting across.
Scooting across.
Now, once these fleets collide here, there's going to be a whole lot of squad fiddly action.
I'm looking at what we have now, right? We're in turn 2. It's going to be turn 4. I think turn 4, we're going to have squads in turn 3, ships in turn 4.
Ships in turn 4? Yes. Well, listen.
But you need, here's the thing. You need
the vendor wants to go on the outside. It doesn't want to get stuck in the between. I think you're right. Ships probably around 4.
Pelta's clearing its raid.
The vendor does not need to get too involved.
Counselor right now, nav and engineering raid. So at some point we'll have to do something with that. The one tool rule dance. I'll try saying that 5 times fast.
The 1-2 rule dance. 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 Got
All
it.
right. Yep. Garrett, I bow down before your greatness with the English language.
Thank you. Just like Tycho.
Teacup.
All right. Venators. Speed 2 pushing themselves to intercept course.
FCT moving Vader.
There we go.
Oh, there's Morello.
Repair.
Yep, there goes the raid. Engineering spent to do that. That was the dial.
Yep.
I apologize. Engineering token, remove the raid. Dial, remove the damage card.
Correct.
I was sitting there looking at that saying something's not adding up in my head, and well, that's what it was. Round 8.
Our Venator's basically back to full health at this point.
Pretty much. I think the Pelta still hasn't replaced that remaining shield.
No, unfortunately, he's not able to nav here without using a bail dial, so
Yeah.
he might hit this debris field again. But he'll just projection experts from the Pelta again, so. And I'm not too worried about taking damage from these interdictors,
Yep.
so. Oh, does he have a nav token?
There's our laser. Looking at line or arc lines here. Pseudo tractor beam generator. Are you thinking the Phylon Q7s?
No.
No.
They do not. So they both have targeting scramblers. One had the grab shift and one had the G7X, which is the G7X is the one that when you deploy it 1 to 3 of it, you got to deploy it 0, and the other one lets you move obstacles 1 to 2.
Right.
Looks like he's taking it as a token. Squad,
you're
dial as a
asking
token.
about the G8 experimental projector.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's got that. Okay. Squadrons. Interdictor moving up. I might be wrong. It might be turn 3 that we start seeing a little bit of long-range fire.
Some plink plink.
Which may or may not come in handy later on.
The real question here is, can the Y-Wings sink an interdictor by themselves? And can Anakin, Axe, and that V-19 and Ahsoka clear out this whole squad ball?
All right, I believe the squad battle can probably be won by Gar. Cost.
It will absolutely be won by Gar.
But it will come at cost.
Yep. Will it be enough to? Well, I don't know. Anakin's
Depends.
really
if
annoying.
you put Anakin, Ahsoka, and Axe forward,
Yeah.
they might be able to handle the bulk of that squad ball on the Imperial side.
If the Imperials roll below average,
then
it's
yes.
horrific.
But I
to
think
deal
you
with.
may lose 1 or 2 of the Y-Wings while doing it.
From flak.
Well, from flak or maybe a squadron you can't lock down.
Maybe. But he's got 2 escorts, so
Yeah. And we lost the
Y-Wings
Y-Wing flying around.
yep, staying out
Put
of
back
that
on the...
flak range.
yeah.
Our interdictor double blue flak?
Which, the interdictors?
Yeah, I don't think so.
So the combat refit is blue-black, but I believe both these are suppression refits?
Yeah, nobody flies the combat.
I do, but
Get out of here.
only in
Get out of here.
campaign
Yes.
games.
So
in chessboard.
suppression refit is a single blue.
Single blue.
Yeah, combat's better in smaller campaigns for the flak itself.
Right.
Basically alone the flak.
Correct. No, Morello and Lambdas do not have any tokens to move around, so strategic will not be put in play.
They're just on squad duty.
I'm guessing those are probably 2 of the objectives that Sam has.
Correct.
All right, so now what this looks like is it's keeping the Y-Wings out of that blue flak range and then waiting to attack on turn 3. That's my guess.
No reason to push your squads out and let them get jumped
No.
when really the Republic controls how the squad war will operate here.
So do we think, Garrett, that what we're going to see is Venator tried moving this way with the support ships following alongside. The interdictors are going to come around this debris field here, and the squadrons are pretty much going to mix it up over here. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Figure we have the telestrator, we might as well use it.
I know. I've been trying to think of reasons to use it so far right now, but I haven't thought of anything great.
Well, that was my best John Madden impression.
It's best when we're looking at squads to point out which squad
Which
is
squads
what.
are what.
I like that a lot. Or like estimating where arcs are going when
Yes.
the arc shot matters.
And occasionally it's good to point where certain items are as well.
Indeed.
All right, that ends turn 2, and we're
Right.
going to move in to turn 3. This might be a faster game than we were expecting, but we are about 40 minutes in.
Oh, don't worry. This is going to slow way down
This next turn.
as soon as all these squadrons start moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, the vending hall will be closing in 30 minutes. The vending hall will be closing in 30 minutes.
Vending hall, closing in 30 minutes.
Yep.
The beer cart is passing by right now.
Still going. Still ringing.
It's a nifty little cart. It's not the bicycle that was in Shaman.
Not as whimsical.
Yes. Whimsical, that's a great word.
With my greatest respect, have a squadron.
Squadron?
For a surprise attack, Squadron hands out squad raids.
Yep. More raid tokens being passed
But-
across the table.
But we know James has got a plan for this.
I'm sure he does. Sure he does. Yeah, surprise attack. It's the first 3 rounds, right?
That's
You
right.
get, you know.
That's right. And you can't fly a Republic squad fleet without a raid mitigation plan.
Squadron command dial being shown.
Comms nets it over to the Venator, and that
Surprise,
solves our squad problem. There goes Mercy Mission. See ya. Gazanti takes a squadron token.
Okay. It's a squadron token on that Gazanti. It's a nice green one that we can see. Look at those lambdas, nice and red. TIE fighters look painted up also.
Top 8 make it. Top 8 make it to day 3.
Yep.
And there's 26 players with 17 to 22 tournament points. Or 26 players. Yeah, 26 players with 17 to 22 tournament points. So, oh wow. Besides the top like 2 tables, you know, there's a huge question mark of who's getting it in.
Projection experts, shields back onto the Venator. Do a little bit of math here, looking at what you might need to get in that top 8.
Hello, AdeptiCon. At 6:15, Crystal Ball representatives will be the Best Beast Award.
They're kind of sitting here still thinking about what to do here. Sam's biding his time.
Well, you know, he's waiting for these GAR squadrons to come in here and jump.
That too. Get a little bit of noise here. Apologies.
Oh, I didn't see this question. What are these 2 interceptors good for? Or I guess you mean interdictors. Yeah, so typically, you know. Oh, looks like we're doing some flak damage real fast here. Okay, flak shots. Looks like we did a single damage with it.
So those were flak shots, right? Yes.
So here comes this interdictor into the lion's head.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! It's about to take some damage. Now they do have PDICs, so that could be devastating. If James can manage to take out the squad ball and interdictor, he's gonna have a really good chance to make it top 8. Plus, he gets a 40 points for Mercy Mission.
Sorry, I will find a coordination team.
Okay, our Legion players having fun again.
We're measuring for fighter coordination team here. Can't really predict if they'd have to get a 9 or a 10 because you don't know how the rest of the field is going to perform. And both these players have 18 tournament points.
Right. I'm gonna say you probably want to shoot for a 7 or 8 though.
James needs an 8 or Sam needs an 8 out of this at minimum.
Yeah.
A lot of these tables are going to grind each other at 6-5. At this level of competition, it's hard to swing big wins. All right, raid has been cleared with the squad token that was comms netted over earlier. So we're going to activate squadrons. And he's got a Bale Engineering. And that Venator is back to full health.
I think the number you want to shoot for is probably a 26 or 27. So I think both of these players need to go for a 7 or an 8.
And that's
I
why
think
they're
a 6'5".
and that's why they're here.
Yeah. And that's why we're showing this match. I'm just looking at what's ahead, and you're probably seeing a couple tables at the top that have a good shot at getting in if they work it. So I think 18s, you need to swing big.
You do. Here we go. This is the side shot. Now, of course, he's got flight commander, so he's going to shoot, move, and then activate his squadrons.
Right.
And this is side to side. He's hitting the side. He's going to PDIC reroll one of these. He's going to PDIC reroll the red,
There's
of
the
course. Into a crit.
Into a crit. At least it wasn't a double.
That's right. He's getting that damage in.
That Audio should be working now. Folks, give us a check here in about 10 seconds.
Anything?
Looks
Test?
like we're back up and running here.
We got audio?
Okay,
they hear us.
awesome.
All right.
What we're going to do is I'm going to have Garrett talk a little bit. I'm going to do a quick systems check on everything. Looks
Okay.
like we just had a computer interruption that completely shut everything
All right,
down.
here's where we're at, folks. So I went over there and looked. All right, interdictor has 3 damage cards on it. It has taken it has no shields on the front, no shields on the rear. It's got 2 on the left, 2 on the right. He does have a repair token on board. Valen and Tell have jumped in. They've brought one of the Y-Wings down to 2. 2 of the Y-Wings are tied up currently. The Lambdas just moved forward, and Vader moved to the bottom right of the interdictor on the left corner. We're going into round 4. Venator's going, and he's revealing a squadron command dial. We've got Anakin and Ahsoka in the back there behind the Venator. All right, here we go. Front to front, Venator to interdictor. It's like 3 damage. He's got a PDIC the red. All right, he's just taking shield damage. All right, here we go. Side to front of the damage interdictor. There we go. There's a roll. Okay, the targeting scrummer is being activated. 1 turns into accuracy, gets removed, so we got 2 damage. What are the accuracies? All right, he targeting scrambler it again, brought it down to 1 damage. He did accuracy the brace. PDIC now, reroll again, and it's a blue crit. Okay, I take it back. He did not accuracy the brace. He accuracy the redirect, which is good. That puts the damage through. He probably contained, and he took a face down damage. So now there's 4 damage on the interdictor. It's going to move, do flight commander, activate 5. All right, Tel Tavera has been overlapped, I think. Maybe we'll agree that he's not overlapped. All right, looks like they agreed they didn't overlap him. Oh, no, they did. And the ship's rammed because the Venator's going more than speed 1. I think it was at speed 2. So they're both going to take a card for that. Looks like Morala was put on the back to make sure it can lock up all those Y-Wings. He is going to need to get cleared. All right, here comes Anakin. Anakin with flight controllers. That's going to be 3 blues and 2 blacks with Adept 2. All right, we're shooting Tel Tavera here. Picking out the best dice here. Here we go. Good roll. Adept reroll. To another accuracy, no brace, no scatter, 3 damage. Perfect roll. And he's going to splash Valen and for sure splash Tell and eliminate him. Yep, there goes Tell. Deltakin strikes again. The chosen one is balanced. You're correct. All right, here we go. Shooting it. Ahsoka moves, activates Anakin, attacks Valen. No scatter, 1 damage. All right, now Ahsoka's going to take her shot. She has Adept 1, but she doesn't need it. Valen's down. Sorry, I didn't have the dice cam there, but they rolled an accuracy 2 damage.
It's hard to see what this has on that.
All right, bombing the front into a double. He's going to PDIC reroll into another hit. Taking a damage card. He's at 5 now, I believe. He's moving that bomber out of the way, out of flak and out of danger from the enemy squadrons. All right, here comes our 4th squadron. Y-wing to bomb. Into a hit. PDIC reroll. Into a blank. All right, our 5th bomber. Moving the Y-wing out of danger again so they can fly back in. Last bomber. Here we go. Another hit. PDIC reroll. Into another hit. Evade with Nita. Into a hit. Wow. Yes, sorry. Interdictors have 9 hull.
All right, everyone, sorry about that.
He's going to redirect it.
We are back now. We're going to give you all the action. We
Wow.
did record some of that as soon as we started going out, so eventually we'll get that back up for you. But hopefully Garrett's got you caught up with the action.
The interdictor is in trouble, everybody.
But yeah, the game state has changed. Garrett, thank you for jumping up on chat to kind of report on everything that was going on.
I had to keep up myself. There was a lot of stuff going on there. So Canval be gone. Valen Rudor dead. Tel Traver is dead. He got Deltakin. And the interdictor is sitting on 5 face down damage. He's got an engineering command on the interdictor now. He's putting shields back up.
So a lot's going on.
A lot is going on here. The Venator moved and rammed the interdictor in front of him. It does look like he has the double from the interdictor onto that Venator.
Interdictor has double arc on the front of the Venator. But because of where
it's split arcs,
docks are. Yeah.
Side to front and front to side. Which is best case scenario. And listen, Bale still has 2 repair tokens on his card. That's 2 more repair dials. All right, Sam's contemplating
his possibilities and actions here.
He's in trouble. He's lost squads. He's about to lose his interdictor as well, but he's trying to hit this interdictor as hard as he can. He's doing side to front now. He is...
Thermals?
No thermals. Nope, he forgot to use the dice tray. It's coming in.
Yeah, I was throwing everything on the dice.
There's a roll.
Look at the double. There we go.
Wow. Good thing he's got tranquility. That's all I'm saying. Brace to 3. He will salvo, so no tranquility.
All right.
Are they at close range? Are they at close range?
Medium range. All right.
Okay, they're at medium range, so no pain bow. No salvo? Okay, he didn't salvo because of that. He didn't want to not get the black in there. Now this is front of the interdictor into the side of the Venator, and this time he will salvo.
There will be a salvo. Side to front with the salvo.
He's going to Tranquility because he's only using the salvo token.
Alright, we got a blank, an accuracy, and a hit. Re-rolling the, I picked up the flag.
He has LTTs. He's gonna use them into a crit.
Okay.
Hit crit.
Yes, T4 has been shut down. It is in draft mode.
Targeting Slammer was refreshed with interdictor. Wow. PDIC the double into an accuracy that gets rid of that, so just 1 damage. He does have shields back on the front of the interdictor from his repair command.
I would like to win, which, so we agree that if I do that, the Rams.
And that's a ram damage on both.
Oh, wow.
So he's got 3 hull points left on the interdictor. Well, this is an action-packed last 10 minutes.
This is something different. Yeah.
Ken was working on all these technical problems. It's hard to jump back into what's going on here.
You're doing a great job there, Garrett. Great job.
I'm trying to keep up. All right, Pelta. We're going to do projection experts here. What was the command dial, sorry, on the Pelta? Yes. Engineering, projection experts, got to repair this Venator. So the Venator right now has 2 shields on the front and 2 shields on the left. Okay, Pelta is shooting the Venator. I'm sorry, Pelta's shooting the interdictor.
There's so much going on right now.
But it was a red accuracy, so a miss. Hey, Alvin, welcome. Hello, Singapore. All right, Gazanti's activating. Squadron command on the Gazanti. He does have a token on board as well. Will he use it?
That's a good question. I don't have a good answer.
We've got Darth Vader and 2 Lambdas and Morala eval left. This Gazanti does not have boosted, so I don't know if he has anybody except for a Lambda in range.
Should we sit down and kind of figure out what we have on and off the table right now?
Currently, only Valen and Telchever are dead.
That's it.
That's correct.
So right now, 6-5.
Yep. Oh, what am I thinking? Lambdas have relay.
They do.
They have to participate.
So he's keeping his squad token. He's going to relay through his Lambda to Moralo, I think. So 1 Lambda moves forward. All right, Lambda coming in. He's going to attack the Y-wing that's on 2, I believe. Hold on here. I'm going to take back everything I said. I think Sam is going to take back everything he said too.
That's a lot of fighters. Those Y-wings are going to create a problem or two.
All right, he's going to
We'll
jump
jump across.
over the interdictor. He's going to get stuck in a V-19 escort
Yep.
if he does this. All right, he's going to attack Axe. He
Axe
does have
first.
escort. Here we go. 2 blacks,
1.
1 damage. James checking how far Moralo can get up there. Moralo does have Rogue. Axe takes the damage.
It's 1.
Here comes the second Lambda. So he's not activating any of them through relay. He's just gonna, he activated the other Lambda through relay of the other Lambda. Same target, 1
1.
damage. I'm sure Axe will probably
Axe
just take
is gonna
it.
take it. Yep, Axe takes it.
And that's because Moralo and Vader are both Rogue.
Right, so they're going to be able to move and shoot regardless.
But we are going to parts resupply.
Parts resupply. Interdictor gets that parts resupply token.
Oh, we let him do it after. That
Yeah,
was nice of James.
very nice of him.
He did not have to do that. I
Did
would
not.
not have done that here.
Well, James though is also one of the players that, you know, is usually very willing to help out other players to say, you know what, I would have done this.
He's a real class act.
He is a class act. He also unfortunately has a habit of cutting on streams where we have a technical difficulty, so we apologize profusely.
All right, we got a squadron command. So, Mercy Mission sending a squad token through CommsNet to the Venator.
Wow.
That means that Venator is going to activate
Now,
6 squads.
Do we think that C7 should be able to make it into the end zone by
Easily.
turn 6, right? 'Cause
Easily.
we're in turn 4 now?
That's right. This is turn 4 only.
I'm going to have to also update everyone. So
All right, interdictor is repairing, removing that damage card it took from the ram.
Stubborn dial.
Oh man,
We got
who's
dice
next?
in hand.
Front to front. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, accuracy at 3.
He's blocked.
2 eggs and a crepe. No tokens, just taking.
Just gonna tranquility it. So 3 damage tranquility. 1 to the front, 2 to the rear. Looked like. They're gonna ram again.
Ram.
The Venator now will be on 3 damage
3 to
hole.
4.
3 to the hole. He's definitely gonna be whipping those Bale
Yeah,
repair
3.
dials out now. He needs to eliminate this interdictor with Nita on it immediately.
Yeah. I think we're now moving into squads here.
It looks like he has the interdictor in front of him double arced. I might not use Flight Commander next time and just try and clean up that interdictor with my bombers so I can double arc that. All right,
Shooting
our
up
squadrons
at
are
the
going to
Lambdas.
finish. What squad into what?
Oh, wait. They're changing their mind.
All right, the Y-Wings that have not activated are shooting the interdictor. because the lambdas have heavy.
Yeah, we're going back and rethinking this maybe.
So we might chew through and eliminate this interdictor right now with some good rolls.
Chris, can we get an update on the Venator shields when you get a chance?
I believe it has one in the front, two in the left. That's my guess from my head math.
Head math there.
Look at that. Look at that accuracy.
Yeah. So we have one on the front, two on the left, none on the right, and none on the rear. Okay. Thinking about shooting at that generic V19. Debating that movement.
Vader shooting the V19.
Double on the red.
Rethink it. Nope. Yep. They're going to do it.
So James thought he was going to bomb the interdictor, but then remembered he needed to move squadrons to lock down Moralo and Vader,
Yeah.
and that's why he didn't do that. So this is Vader attacking, I think. Or is this Moralo?
Vader. Sorry, Vader on.
Vader attacking the V19.
Yeah.
All right, is this Moralo? Here we go, Moralo.
This is against Axe.
This is Axe? So he must have sent in Axe and that escort. Hold on, I'm trying to get info from the field. Hold on. Who did Moralo attack?
All right, they're changing what they're shooting faster than we
geez.
can.
Okay, here we go. Now we're bombing. Okay, we're PDICing this bombing roll to a hit again. These PDICs are not paying dividends.
That's going into that interdictor.
All right, we're taking a shield on the front. Another bomber. PDIC reroll. To a hit crit. Brace to one. I think this is his last shield up there.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, parts are just probably getting refreshed on the Gazanti using that squad token. Checking for comms net here. I'm certain James is going to clear this interdictor on his port side and then get a clean double arc potentially on this interdictor in front.
Yeah.
He also has bombers free to go in and bomb the interdictor as well. The Pelta also might have shots. Targeting scramblers were all used.
Yeah.
And
I think it
the
was
one that
just-
got refreshed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So he targeting scramblers 3 times and PDIC like a dozen times. All right, we're going into turn 5.
Turn 5.
Wow.
I think I'm finally starting to get caught back into the action here.
It's a fresh start on round 5 here for Weekend. James is looking at the board here, thinking about how he's going to approach this. Mankin, if James can manage to not lose any squadrons, clean up this interdictor, and potentially both interdictors, that would be huge.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has the steam to get it done in round 6, but it is possible. Yes, Mercy Mission is on the consulate.
So, all right. I'm taking a look here, Garrett. This is what I'm thinking. We're probably about here. I think is that end zone, roughly.
Yes, Mercy Mission. All right, here we go. Venators, Bale Repair, Squadron Dial. He's got a token. This is 6 squadrons plus the Bale Repair command. He's recovering shields on the front.
Thinking through everything he wants to do here. Adding a shield to the front.
He's put 2 on the front, so now we got 3 shields on the front and 2 shields on the left. This Venator's in great shape.
Yeah. With only 3 damage, so that's 6 more. It's 9 on a Venator, right?
That's 9 on the Venator. He will have to ram this interdictor again, but he needs that damage on the interdictor in front of him.
Well, squadrons being activated.
All right, here we go.
Okay. That is
PDIC
one
reroll.
PDIC.
Into a hit still.
Yep.
This interdictor is going to start eating damage.
Just thinking.
It's only got 3 left. Reroll with the evade.
Redirect.
Oh no,
he's just
gonna redirect it.
So we're keeping the picture-in-picture. We'll get rid of it when James is rolling dice, but we want to be able to highlight both here.
All right, Y-Wing escapes out of Lambda range. Next bomber. Hit, PDIC reroll. Do a hit.
And
he's taking the damage card.
Taking it.
He's got 2 left. He's
7,
got 2 left.
The interdictors are 9
9
also.
whole. Oh, Ken, I'm excited.
All right, here's the next roll.
Another hit.
PDIC.
To a blank.
blank.
There we go.
All right.
That's good for Sam. All right, that's 3 squadrons done. Here comes the 4th. Bomber coming in. To a hit.
That's a hit.
PDIC reroll. To a hit.
You know, right now we're getting all hits, but at some point that's going to pop up as a hit crit.
It happened
I don't
once.
think we would need it.
I think he has to take it. Oh, he's re-rolling with the evade from Nita. To a hit.
Still a hit. This little plink damage might be enough to do it.
It's a lot of bombing. Boy, I bet he wishes these Lambdas had not had heavy right now. All right, he's burning the redirect for it.
Off to the left side. All right.
All right, here comes bomber number 5.
Another Y-Wing. Last bomber.
To another hit.
PDIC.
To a hit. He's taken it. He's got 1 left.
Okay, so what are we going to see next here?
We got 1 squad left. All right, here we come. Is this Anakin? It's a hit. PDIC reroll. Back to a hit.
Probably Anakin because of black die.
Targeting scramblers.
Targeting scramblers. There's the last
To a hit again.
Stays in his hit.
Other targeting scrambler from the other interdictor. To a hit. Oh my gosh.
That is.
Chucking the evade now. To a
hit.
Oh my gosh.
And wow.
And that eliminates the interdictor.
That takes out that interdictor. Targeting
scrambler, evade, redirect, PDIC. Holy cow. Wow.
So we're going to say this. You guys didn't miss a whole heck of a lot until just now. So
Wow.
all the action happening right here in round 6. And yeah, that was just squadrons. We've got the Venator still, and I
Here
believe,
we go.
do
This
we
is
have
a
a
double
double
arc.
arc?
Here we go.
We have a double arc on the Venator.
This is the side shot.
Here's the side.
We got LTTs.
We got another hit. Yeah, look
Another
at
hit.
that.
Targeting scramblers are gone.
Yeah, so we're down to what does he want to block, and all
He
right.
re-rolls with PDIC.
So we've got hit crit. Action
Brace his
base,
accuracy.
so that's going to be redirect.
He's redirecting it to the
to
right-hand
the
side.
Right-hand side. All right, now here's the front. This is going to be a little bit bigger. This is a
blues,
double rainbow, right?
2 blues, 2 blacks, 2 reds. There's
All
a
right,
roll.
so it's got a hit again with that black die.
He's got no re-rolls for those blacks.
PDIC the crit.
2 in
in
accuracy. That gets
accuracy.
rid of that. So 3 damage. Probably going to block the brace.
Block the brace again.
Brunson.
Brunson.
So much damage
2.
mitigation on these.
2 to the front. One shield left on the front of that interdictor.
They're ramming. So 1 shield in front of the interdictor. It's going to activate with a repair command, surely.
All right, so that's now 2 damage, I think, on the 3 damage on the. No, that's only 2 on the interdictor. Oh, we're only in turn 5. We
This
still
is
have one
turn
more
5. There's
shot.
one more turn
turn
left.
of firing.
One more turn of a double arced interdictor with a big old squad ball. And Vader and Moralo are both locked down.
All right. Oslo
Yep.
pulls out a repair. Token 8. We're going to bring back some shields.
4 shields.
4 shields.
So back to 3 on the front and probably 3 on the right.
3 on the right, yeah.
All right, we're flacking. That's a miss.
Well, it's 2 on. Interdictors are 2 on the sides.
They only have 2 shields starting.
2 shields
so
on the
yeah, so
side.
he's got 3 on the front, 2 on both sides. And now this interdictor's going to ram again and get a 3rd damage. Then he only has to get 6 to the hull.
Can he get the side? That's the question that they've got.
He's got tranquility. He doesn't care.
Doesn't matter. That's true. All right, double crits.
He thermals out the red and the blue, and he just takes it.
Takes it. Tranquility. Yep.
Tranquility
To
to
the
the
front.
front. Like I said, doesn't matter. And we still have projection experts coming from this Pelta. Oh, never mind. He's taking him on the side.
Yep.
That's a good move.
Leaves
'cause
him with
then-
3 shields though.
Oh, he is going to
And a salvo.
So that's why he's not tranquility. You can only use 1 token or none.
Scramble would work here, but I'm relying. You have a smaller base.
All he had. So he used interdictor to refresh his targeting scramblers.
All right, there's a hit crit.
LTT.
LTT.
He
So
will-
there's
See what he does here.
block the brace.
Blocks the brace. He's PDICing the
You
red.
guys see the red crit?
To a
Oh,
blank.
to blank. Still.
And Brunson the double. He must have. He refreshed Brunson.
Oh,
with,
yeah, with the interdictor.
Interdictor, not targeting scrambler.
Wow. All right, 5 damage on the interdictor right now.
Pelta. And there's still a Bale repair command left for the next
Yeah.
activation.
Engineering dials coming out for that Pelta. I bet your projection experts
Yep,
is
put
going to
shields
put
on the
2
side.
more on the. Yeah.
And he's going to take shots if he can.
This is going to be a tough nut to crack. I mean, no matter how you call it.
He's got to take every shot he can at the end. Yep, making range check. Looks like long to me.
Long range.
Looks like side shot.
He looks like he could probably do side to side.
It would be
That would be
obstructed.
unobstructed.
It would be obstructed from the side. So it looks like he
That
only
would
has
be obstructed side to front, but I think it might be clear going side to side.
possibly 1 red.
Hard to tell. I don't think we have a good angle on this one.
Chris is going to tell us here soon.
So we're waiting. Side has LOS, but not to the side because of the way the points are.
Front to side, no obstruction.
Clear shot. One hit.
No dice fixing.
Nope.
He's taking
He's
the
just
shield.
going to take it. All right. Make some decisions on how best to move. The two tools back and forth.
He needs
the
to
two
just
tool dance.
Yes, there it is. He just needs to line up the pelta so that he can get a double arc.
Right.
He wants to get it in close range. Oh, it's a pelta medical. I'm always used to transports.
Oh, yeah,
So
no.
all that matters is medium range.
Correct. So we're thinking.
This Gar list is very strong. However, there's a lot of things that can counter it pretty hard.
You know, I think while we're waiting for him to make a decision, should we do a quick station break?
Sure,
Let's do a quick station
Let's do
break.
it.
Oh, no, wait, he's moving straight. Question is he in range? Pelta might be doubled.
The pelta wants to be able to shoot the front arc of the interdictor doubled.
Yeah,
That's the goal here.
I don't think it happened. Okay. Sam looking at his lambdas. Moving, locking down squadrons. Against that B-wing,
Lambda?
2 hits.
So that does kill a
that kills
Y-wing.
it, kills the Y-wing.
James needs every drop of point here.
He really
but if he
does.
can kill this interdictor, huge win.
I agreed.
And this is from the Gozer.
Yeah. Activating squadrons.
If James can clear this interdictor, he can get 440 points.
That's Vader. Moving up to the Y-wings. All right, shooting at X because of escort.
That's correct.
And
He's gonna need that
nothing.
adept.
But adept.
He needs to get 2 there. All right, there's 2. He's also a unique, so Vader's counts.
Rerolling the double. Axe.
This is Vader
No,
shooting
wait.
into a
Maybe
unique.
not. Oh, yeah. So that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 damage.
Rerolling this one. 3 to 4.
He's gonna brace it.
Yep.
So Axe is dead now from that. So that's a parts resupply token over to the interdictor.
Yep.
That'll give it another 8 engineering points when it activates. Marks the mission on its way.
Is Vader on both sides? Well, in a roundabout way, yes. You have Anakin and you have Vader. So
This is pre-Vader, all right? All right, squadron phase. Here we go.
What's left? There's got to be not much.
I believe Moralo is left. I don't know. I think Ahsoka's left. The interdictor is 3 on the front, 2 on the right, 1 on the left. James thinking carefully about his move here.
Yeah.
He's activating.
Look like a Y-wing?
What's moving?
Ahsoka's
Ahsoka is moving. So that'll ping Axe or whoever's there. No, Axe is dead. Ahsoka's moving. Maybe Anakin?
James taking his time looking through things.
I'm sorry, folks. 1 second. We'll find out what's happening.
Okay, shooting Vader with
All right.
Axe. Because he's still...
Axe is dead.
Well, then it must be...
Axe is dead. Who's shooting? Is Axe dead or is the V19 dead? Oh, a V19 generic died. Never mind. Axe is still alive.
Okay. Yeah, occasionally it's confusing when the squadrons are so small. Axe at morale. Vader.
Axe
Vader.
is shooting Vader.
Very accurate hit.
Getting the damage through. He's going to reroll on the swarm. Didn't matter.
I mean,
He's
could be
taking
small,
1
but didn't
damage.
matter. It's 1 damage. All right, Morello on Axe.
2 hits.
2.
There were two safeties.
And that will kill Axe.
Now Axe is dead.
Both escorts are down. Land is shooting Y-Wing on 2 health. Only gets 1 damage. Y-Wing lives. I think it's 10.
Turn 6.
All right, this is it. We got to find out if this interdictor goes off the board or not.
Final turn of the day.
James, on his activation here, has to get 5 damage through to the interdictor and then ram it to kill it.
Yeah.
And that'll be pure success.
Whew, okay.
All bombers are free. I don't know if enough of them can get over to make the bombing run. Here we go, Bale Engineer.
Last token. Squadron command.
He can activate 5.
Okay. Clearing the board.
Taking a damage token away. All right. All right. Venator's.
So now at 4.
Venator's in total safety. It's
Yeah,
in no
I think
danger.
Venator's in good shape. The Venator's got 3 damage on it.
Really, you can say it's got 4 damage because the ram, basically.
All right, Venator shooting first.
All right, here we go.
Chris, when we're hitting that interdictor, if you could let us know shield status as hits are getting hit. Or hits are going in, I guess would be a better way to put it.
All right, I'm guessing he's going to do side to front. Nope, he's doing the front shot first. Oh my gosh. Blanks on the blacks. Oh no.
Oh boy. Red carrot, PDIC, accuracy, it's going to be 2 damage.
He's redirecting it.
Yep, redirect.
To the right. So he's got 0 on the right now.
Yep.
3 on the front. That was not the roll he needed out the front.
No. He needed something bigger.
He needed those blacks to hit big.
Well, he's got to make that side shot. This may come down to the Pelta. LTT squadron or shoot? Well,
he's LTTing a squadron. Looks like he's given up on trying to kill the interdictor.
Normal flag.
That normal, that normal shot didn't work out.
That's 2 more. On Vader, 2 hits.
Brace to 1.
Last Lambda, nothing.
Wow.
All right.
Dang. If that
Another
front
ram
shot,
damage.
If that front shot would have worked out,
that
he would have went
been-
for it.
Oh wait, they're agreeing to take a step back and use squadrons. I was wondering about
Well,
that.
Sam was just preemptively putting a
Yeah.
card out there. No step back. I think Mercy Mission might have been helpful, actually. I agree with that statement, Winter Victor. But it's very risky to put your consular in that kind of situation. Especially with Vader rolling around.
Okay. Vader's at 3. Nito's at 6. All right, so Lambdas are at 4.
Not enough points, though.
Now,
Not enough points, even if you get them.
Ahsoka and Anakin, full health though. One of the Y-Wings is at 1 health. Anakin firing at Vader. That's the current plan.
Okay, never mind.
Oh no, then that's going to happen. I think while they're sitting here debating what's going on, we're going to do a quick station break. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tim Bailey, and you're watching this 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championships on Ion Radio.
We're back. Anakin shooting at Vader.
Add up reroll.
Yep. And there's
4 damage. Could brace to 2.
I was going to say Vader's going to brace that to 2.
So he's going to splash here.
Vader's gone.
So Vader
And the
dies.
Lambda knocks him down. 3 health on that Lambda. Ooh, boy.
Second squadron.
Anakin moves next to Ahsoka.
And Ahsoka's got grit.
Ahsoka can have some
Although I
fun
think
in
she's
it.
locked up by that Lambda and Moralo.
Might
So
be.
she's got
But if
grit
she
only
can
works.
take one of them out.
Yeah, but somebody else would have to take out the Lambda. Which is what I think he's going to try and do here. Here we go.
Y-Wing.
Okay, Y-Wing comes in with flight controllers. Here we go, the Lambda on 3. 2 damage. All right, he needs one more Y-Wing shot.
tabs on everything going on here. There's a lot of... James right now is really thinking this through because he has to do it in the right order to be able to maximize what he can do here, especially with the Ahsoka. Okay, here's the shot.
Okay. All right. That finishes the Lambda.
That Lambda should be gone.
Okay. Now, Ahsoka moves.
Yep. So there... Oh, no. That was into Moralo.
What?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
Here's our 4th squadron. Hitting Moralo again. 2 damage with an accuracy. What's Moralo at, man? Moralo's on 3 health. Ahsoka is shooting at Moralo, not moving. She has Adept 1. She's got 3 accuracies and 2 damage.
Actually, wait a second.
Here he goes.
I'll get back
Adept
to this in a
reroll. To a hit.
Yeah, there's another hit.
Got him.
There he goes.
Moralo down. Ahsoka moves, triggers Anakin.
Triggers Anakin.
There it is. This is why James better than me.
Yeah. All right, against the Lambda.
Into the Lambda.
And
Got him.
there's another 2. There goes the Lambda. We forgot that James has Flight Commander.
Yes, I know.
So actually wouldn't be a maneuver
Well,
then...
you forgot. I didn't forget.
Oh, you didn't forget. All right. But no, you're supposed to... isn't it Ram then Flight Commander? Flight Commander's after maneuver.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
There's just damage. It doesn't matter. There's no more consequences, ram damage.
No.
So, well, yeah, Black Raven is on this. Sam Squadron, Locksmith is Lando,
All right, he might kill this Y-Wing here if he gets a hit. Oh, and he got it. Y-Wing dead.
Y-Wing goes. All right.
So James has lost a Y-Wing, a V-19, and an Axe.
Shot at the Venator, warning shot from the Gazanti. It was a crit salvo, because
He's going to salvo at the Gazanti.
For
2 damage.
Double
Scattered.
the damage. Scattered, yep. I mean, you might as well, right?
Yep.
Whew. Okay. This is exhausting.
Pelta Engineering.
Yep.
Just always take back his own shields. All right, that's fair. Venator's totally fine. It's not going to take much from what 2 reds and a red and 3 blues from the interdictor.
Yeah. I mean, at most you're taking 5, and it can easily absorb that.
All right, so let's do some math. Let's do some math, Ken. Math time.
You're doing math? You're going to figure out what the scores are?
All right, listen. So we got 112.
All right, interdictor healing itself up with engineering. He's
we got 15.
going to take... Oh, he's shooting the Pelta from the side of the interdictor. Here we go. That's 4 damage with a crit. He just takes the shields here.
They're just having fun at this point.
Yeah, they are. And then front to front, 2 damage into the front Venator. And then they ram.
And Mercy
He's moving
Mission.
the Mercy Mission ship, which,
All
if
right.
memory serves, that's there's the handshake.
40 points.
Mercy Mission, 40 points. Yeah. All right. This was something different.
So James right now sitting at 244 points, I believe. And Sam has racked up 39 points. So that gives James a solid 8, I think.
This is based on what we're thinking.
So that's a 205 MOV. What is that? Is that an 8?
205.
Top of that's like a top 8, near 9.
Pretty sure that's an 8. It's 300 is a 9. No, 9 is 220.
Oh, he's 15 points
So-
short. So he's got an 8.
That's an 8. Yeah.
So this puts James. Listen, he.
Yeah.
So this takes James to 26 TP.
Is it what our current math is? $219. 259.
He's at 259. I must have done I did my math wrong.
All
Oh my
right,
gosh.
Let's check that again.
Oh my gosh.
What's our MOV?
Holy cow.
I think is that 220
No way.
exactly?
No way. He's at 220. I think he's at 220.
We believe no, that's a 9.2.
Oh my gosh.
So that puts James up to 27.
27. Take us back to chat. Where these chatters at?
Yeah, right. Here's the chat.
Oh my gosh. 220. 220. I did my math wrong. I missed something.
The score.
Oh my
of
gosh.
259 to 39. That's an MOV of 220. We're going to ask for a confirmation. That's something different.
We're calling a judge for something.
Yeah.
Hold on, boy. Hold on, folks. Hold on. This is huge. This might have catapulted James into the top 8.
Very well could have.
Where's Corsac 8? I need Corsac 9 here, so I could. He told me this wasn't possible.
This is a good way to end the day too.
That's right.
Hey, Chris, can we confirm those scores, please?
Yes, those were the scores.
220 MOV.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a 9.2.
They added it up as well too.
Okay, we reconfirmed those scores.
Oh man.
Oh
my gosh,
wow.
James.
Every time James comes on stream, he has a heck of a game.
So this is why he's a world champion, all right?
I mean, that is why he's a world champion.
9.2, right?
That is a 9.2.
That's a 9-2.
Because 219 is an 8.3.
220 is the 9.2.
Yes, T4 is hidden at the moment. Everybody.
Wow. Garrett, let's talk about this.
30 minutes left.
Oh, am I on camera? I'm on camera.
Oh, do you want me to take you off?
No,
the
you're
camera?
good. You're good. I didn't know I was. All right.
I just turned the camera on.
James's wife is super happy.
Exciting. We will let James know that you were watching and that you're excited. In fact,
He doesn't want to be anywhere near this.
no, that's totally fair. But if you see him, let him know his wife is watching. He's happy.
Okay, I can do that.
What's the judge call for? What's the judge call for? What's the judge call for?
Woo. Okay. All
I
right.
think it's so long ago. When was it?
Never mind. I guess.
So here's what we're gonna. We cannot look at T4. Well, we actually have T4 and we know what we're looking at.
Yeah. Listen, I'm
So-
hiding information from you all.
Yeah,
I know, and you don't.
Okay, be nice. Garrett, be nice. What we can say is we're looking at the. Well, we can tell you that tables have finished. How about that? We'll
Yes.
start with that. All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables left to play, and I think of those 5 tables.
I think two could affect what happens here at the top 8.
Yeah, because I think these are far enough down. It's not going to matter.
But it depends. I don't know if any of them are going to get 9s.
No.
This was a massive win for James.
Okay, I'm going down the list here. Okay, it is possible that stuff could happen, but it kind of depends on what happens. There is one game going on that could have an impact on top 8 here. Looking further down the list. Possible, not likely. So yeah, there are 2 tables that I'm looking at.
I don't know. Listen, we just got to wait till the scores come in. That was incredible.
That
The
was
cleaning up of the
that
squadrons
was something else.
was that
James,
put him in the 9.
Your wife was watching and is very excited and happy for you.
Thank you, everyone.
So,
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, there you go. This is how you want to end day 2.
This is it. This is an exciting way. We picked the right table to watch.
We
to
totally
somebody
did.
who catapult.
And again, we can't give. You're quite welcome. We can't give specifics out.
Corsac. Yeah, gotcha. Got him, Corsac.
So now, here's what I'm going to say. If James makes day 2, that means Gar got into day 3 or day 3.
I know.
If James gets in day 3, I should say.
I'm glad I didn't make any bets on that. I'll tell you what. I did not anticipate. Listen, first off, I didn't know James was going to bring Gar. Okay.
No.
That's on me. I didn't check.
Well, I mean, okay, so James, we've seen him play Imperial predominantly last 2 years.
That's right.
And then he jumped into Gar, wanted to try something new. And you know what? I like this. I saw last year James was, he was playing the games, using his Imperials, and he was like, kind of, this isn't working for me anymore. Now he's come back to Worlds this year with this Gar list, and it's reinvigorated his interest in the game, is how I'm looking at this, and he's come back with a desire to come back to win the World Championship.
Yep, these Bale lists with these squad balls, when they get the right matchup and they can get coordinated on the field, they can score great, they can win. Being able to triple command dial with Bale is such an amazing ability. Oh my gosh.
So I'm looking at a couple different folks here. I'm going to go down some of the list, determining what we have. But we were correct. A lot of the top tables were more or less doing
6-5.
We knew that was going to happen. What do you got here, Garrett? Yeah. And then we go back to ladder. We can look at this, and we're not showing this to you guys. Sorry.
Nope. Sorry. I'm doing some math here.
But I am wondering. There are about another 10 or 15 minutes. Left. Do you think it'd be worthwhile to go to an intermission break?
Yeah. We got to wait till these tables finish up to bring you guys the accurate news.
All right. So we're going to come back. It is 6:55 right
He's
now.
asking for spoilers. No spoilers.
We're going to say we're going to come back on air in 15 minutes, which is CDT minus 5. CDT, that's UTC minus 5 for everyone around the world. We're going to be back in about 15 minutes.
Yes.
We're not going to spoil anything. We're excited because we see what's going on. We've got a pretty good idea. We're going to do some math, and if they haven't finished these other rounds, maybe we'll say a few things to you guys. How does that sound, Garrett?
I love it. Let's do it.
All right, we'll be right back. Hello, guys.
We're back.
We're back. This has been a crazy day.
It has. We have results.
And before we get to the results, I want to say that this was an outstanding final game for day 2.
Yes.
So we've said that. And T4, I don't think has been opened up
definitely
yet.
hidden.
So it's hidden as of right now.
But
we do know what it is.
And we can tell you.
We can tell you. So the game we just finished watching, James.
He missed it by 80 MOV.
Yeah, that's
80 points.
So the cutoff was 27.
And he got 27, but he missed it by 80.
10th place.
So put him in 10th, yep.
10th place.
So the cutoff was 27 TP, and listen, top 8, number 8, is Ion Radio's own Ryan Becker. 27 points at 467 total MOV.
Yeah, and the other player who got 27 tournament points that we were expecting to make in
is
Black Admiral
himself.
27 with 436 MOV. Ryan beat him out by 31 points.
Yep.
In terms of margin of victory. That is how close these top games have been. So, one thing is, I know when we were talking with Ryan back when we were filming the Command Stack episode, his expectation, he'd make day 2. I don't think he was expecting to make top 8. What we are going to do is we're going to shift over to the award ceremony right now so that you can see that. You're not going to hear it. We're going to continue talking though, although you may be hearing it in the background.
Yes.
So, but 7th place, Nick Brown.
Yes, Nicholas Brown flying Rebels.
Yep.
What was his admiral?
His admiral was
Radis. So 8th and 7th place is Radis.
Yes. 6th place, Adam Newton. We know him as Angry
Ewok.
Akbar. Are we seeing a trend here moving in with what we've got here? So let's go to the next position here.
5th place.
5th place is Jacek Klopotowski.
Which means the Polish are still in the running to maintain the title.
Right, so will we see...
Retain.
Will we see the Polish flag once again on the field of battle at...
we'll see.
At the end.
Akbar.
He also has an Akbar.
Akbar, strong fleet.
2 Radis, 2 Akbar. Then we get into 4th place.
This is one of my locals from Ohio, just north of me, Damon, with his Martuk CIS fleet.
Yep. And he's in 5th place.
That's right. So Martuk
4th place.
Martuk is the top CIS admiral. He got 30 TP.
James, by the way, top GAR admiral.
That was the highest they got. 10th place, didn't make it to day 3.
All right, so now we're going to look. So neither you nor I did too well with our trench pick.
We did not.
I think Ryan picked Martuk, though, didn't he?
Possibly, yeah.
So we will get back to you. I will look through all of that and get back to everyone.
Third place, Reese, who was on stream this morning.
That's right.
Got in with his Ramadi Onager.
So there is an Onager on day 3. Not something I would have expected.
Nope, made it all the way.
And Ramadi also not an admiral I would have expected to have in there. So this is exciting to see what comes up next. All right, 2nd place, we saw Colin earlier.
In round 2.
Yeah.
Yes, Colin did with his Sloan Kuwat that got away. The only reason he's here is because of that 5 accuracy roll from Patriots Fizz.
So now here's what I'm looking at thinking it's a little funny. Remember when we were doing the Admiral game?
Yes.
John was like, I'm picking Sloan.
He got it. He got one of them.
And he decided, I'm going to do Ozzel.
I picked Thrawn.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
No. I picked Screed.
I lost.
Nowhere near the top.
We lost hard here.
Yeah. So, John, you should have stuck with Sloan. Because the last person who came in, Jason
Hewley with Jared
Gerard.
First place today. 31. So 31 TP were the top floor. And Jason had 803 MOV at the end of the day.
In fact, actually, I think I posted our picks on the community page on the Ion Radio channel. Hang on a second. We could do a quick little look.
You were right, Corsac. I was wrong.
Okay.
Only by 80 MOV though, which is incredible.
So none of us came close. James had a Bale fleet. So that's points to John for the best one on the Republic side. You and John picked a Gate. I picked Kraken. Ryan
Agate
picked
didn't
Akbar.
make top day 3.
So Ryan's got a good pick here on the Rebel side.
Radis and Akbar only.
No, wait, we left John with Sloan. I think it's right, he changed his mind back to Sloan at the end. So John has actually got a shot at getting a top spot with the Empire. That's 2 slots he's holding. You're out with Thrawn, Ryan's out with Mahdi, I'm out with Screed.
Yep.
I'm way out with Screed.
So Ryan has Martuk as the
Yeah,
last
he does
one
have
of the CS
Martuk,
left.
so he's got a shot. So between Ryan and John, one of the two of them is going to win the Admirals game this year.
Yep.
And Garrett, well, you didn't have to give me $20.
No, so I won in that way.
But that is what we have now. Corsac, you were right. He did have to win big, but I think even if he would have gotten a 10, if he would have gotten the 10, he would have made it in. And he would have knocked Ryan out.
If he would have killed both the interdictors, obviously would have made it. Maybe the Lambda, no, it wouldn't have happened. He would have had to get the table to get the points.
Yeah.
Or Black Admiral and Ryan both score a little bit lower. In MOV.
So, I mean, but still,
wow.
At the end of the day, this was exciting. Ignoring the fact that we had, like a 10-minute technical interruption. So, again, apologies for that, folks. Every once in a while, you have a technical glitch, and we don't even know what happened.
Right, so we had 4 Rebels make it, 1 CIS, and 3 Empire.
Right, so Gar, like we figured, wouldn't make it, but we were expecting a bigger
CIS
from
showing.
CIS.
Listen, and the reason Truthy's fleet got, I think he paired into Damon, so the 2 CIS fleets had to fight each other for this last slot.
Yeah.
And that's just pairing misfortune right there.
And looking down the list, where did he land?
Damon 10-1, the other, I think Truthy's, so it was Martin 10-1 the trench
Chris
list.
is down in 31st position with only 20 points. There were a couple other fleets that ran up, but
no, Gar did not win last year.
That was a Rebel fleet.
Peter from Poland with his Starhawk and Nebulon B Vanguard won last year.
And it was an LED lit up Starhawk, which looked really, really cool.
Super epic.
The B-Wing had 2 little X-Wing fighters, I think, hanging out the side of it.
Yep.
It was a really neat thing. So, yeah, I think we're at the point now to where we can call it a day.
I think so. We'll be back tomorrow for top 8. And that's an early start.
It is an early start, so that is right. So yesterday and today we started at 8 a.m. Central. Tomorrow we're starting at 7 a.m. So an hour earlier.
Yep.
Important to note that it will be Ryan will not be commenting at all. It's going to be you and me, Garrett, for tomorrow on rounds 1 and 2. And if John's flight does not get delayed, if John doesn't run into traffic.
He'll be here for the last round.
He'll be here for the final round, which is the only one that really matters, I guess. But we'll see. Hopefully this year we can get the stream. We've been successful 2 years in a row now.
Yep.
Where day 3, round 3, the final game, we have managed to pick the stream where whoever wins Worlds comes on.
Yes.
So can we keep that streak going?
I'm going to say yes.
We're going to do a lot of math beforehand. That much is for certain. So, but I'm excited, and you know what? I'm kind of hungry because it's well past dinner time.
Oh, what time is it? 7:30. Listen, time flies when you're doing this, okay?
It really does. Anything you want to add in here at the end, or should we?
Get me out of here, Ken.
All right. So everyone, I want to say on behalf of the entire Ion Radio crew, and I want to say congrats to Ryan for making it into day 3.
And my boy Damon.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of fans, friends of ours, that are making it in here. But I want to say congrats to them. And on behalf of everyone else here at Ion Radio, I'm Ken saying so long from the Baird Center here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we've been bringing you the 2025 Star Wars Armada World Championship Tournament here at AdeptiCon.